So I just got something in the mail that I'm super excited about. Let's go to my favorite room in the house to open it. All right, so this mail is specifically bookish mail, and it's from Fablebands, which they are a company that makes headbands and scrunchies that are usually book themed. They add a couple little extra things in there occasionally just for fun, but most of them are bookish. Also, I am now a rep for Fablebands. So I have a code, which is Realms10, which we'll put on the screen, and you can use that code at Fablebands to get 10% off of your purchase. So definitely take me up on that. I recently read this book called Clockwork Angel, and it's a series that has then Clockwork Prince as well as Clockwork Princess, and it's by Cassandra Clare. So they have one themed from that series, which is the Infernal Devices series, and it's called, I believe, Infernal Romance, if I remember correctly. So I had to get that. As soon as I started reading it, it became one of my favorite series. So this, it's beautiful. It's this nice brown color, and it has the swords that they use in the series, as well as the names Herondale, Grey, and Carstairs, which are, the love triangle that happens in the book, as well as the Clockwork Angel itself, it looks like. So I thought that was awesome. It's going to be such a fun one to wear. And this is my first Fablebands headband. I'm so excited. I've been needing something like this for forever. Everything I buy doesn't stay on my head. So here's the true test. Let's see if it works. All right, what do you think? I think I love it already. I can tell it's not going anywhere. Like, this feels so good, and it's so lightweight, and it's not tight at all. That's one of the things that they say their headbands are good for. It's headache free. If you've ever worn headbands like this, or really any kind of headband at all, they just, it puts that pressure there. It's horrible. Anyway, these are great. I love them already. They have different styles. This is the faux knot style. There's also a top knot style, which actually gives you like a bow. So whatever is your preference, as well as scrunchies, they're all fantastic. So again, Realms10, use the code. All right, so while we're in here, we figured we'd finally give you a tour of the library. And this isn't just a library to us. It's not just we threw some books in here. This is the epitome of us. It has not only books, there's also things in here that are significant to us as a couple, as well as to just myself or to Nathan. So let's take you around a little bit. You may have seen our fish video. So those guys are still doing really good.
Yeah, we did that video like over a year and a half ago now.
Something, yeah.
And the same fish are still alive.
Yeah.
And this is actually our most popular video on our channel right now. And if you saw the video, you know that my fish started out a much different color than what it is right now.
Yeah, it was actually like white with just little sort of purpley smudges all over it, which is why we called it Schmutz.
Yes.
And then mine is Valaris, which comes from the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, which I like, which some of you may know. I hope some of you know. So anyway, fish are doing great. So let's talk about this shelf first. Well, you know what? I've always wanted a really cool reading chair, so I got one of those. Might as well point that out while we're right here. We actually themed the room around the color of this chair because we liked it so much. So you can see the walls are definitely that blue color. And then we accented it with some gold, like in the drapes and whatnot. Okay, what's important? Not everything is important. I'm not going to show you all of it. We have a lot of candlesticks, candelabras, candle things. That all came from our wedding. That's super important to us because our wedding was Enchanted Forest themed. So in the forest that we created, we also had beautiful pillar candlesticks and everything, just decorating the tables. It was amazing. I loved it so much.
I did too.
Yeah, good. So we pretty much have put all of those really fancy candlesticks in here, somewhere around the house, but a lot kind of just suit the library feel. All right, so working our way up, you can see I have a lot of Disney things. So here there's a bunch of, the Hallmark style Disney trinkets up here too. I love stuff like that, so people have gotten them for me over the years. This is my Throne of Glass shelf, which I absolutely adore. So I have all the books there. as well as a tea towel, which came in one of those bookish subscription boxes, which has a quote on it from Throne of Glass. Can't really remember what the quote is. I'm not going to take it off now. But anyway, then we have the Harry Potter series, obviously. I mean, you know, that has to be there. As well as our wands. So we have mine and Nathan's. Let's see, what else do we have here? Just some like piratey type books and another tea towel. So as far as the shelves go, that's all I need to really tell you about. But there are some fun things on top of the shelf, which I'm going to hand over to Nathan.
First thing you see here is a good old 8mm projector. We used to love to go to antique shops a lot back when we were dating and early part of our marriage. And I always saw these and I always wanted one, and Hailey got one for me for my birthday in the early parts of our relationship. So I love that. It actually works. I just don't have any 8mm film to run on it, but I do have these reels. And then behind that is our Drabbits, and they are these awesome puppets that we got from the Imaginarium at the Renaissance Fair. It's made by Afro Puppets, and there's this little mechanism that operates their heads, and if you pay for the really expensive ones, they can also flap their wings and do other fun stuff like that. And then I want to point out the drawing behind the Drabbits. I think I did that in like 10th, 11th grade in high school, something like that. And I actually drew it of this
Ta-da!
David bust right here. And
Is it David? I hope it's David. That's
David.
what we call him.
Yeah, it's David. So anyway, our art teacher actually contacted us well after being in high school, and she retired, and she asked me if we wanted the bust, and I said, yeah, we have a library. It'd be great to be in the library. So here it is. Here's the drawing. And yeah, it just kind of like comes full circle, and it's pretty awesome like that. One other thing I wanted to show you is actually this desk. I made this desk in my senior year in woodshop, and it took all year to make it, and I love it. It's actually staying together, you know, over 10 years later, so I think I did a pretty good job. But it is a secretary desk. It has 4 drawers, has nice coved feet, and then it has a kind of like divider system all inside. You can see real quick right there. Yeah, it's a mess in there. That's kind of like, well, this whole desk has become our storage for all of our arts and crafts stuff right now, because our cosplay room, which was upstairs where all that stuff was, is now Sage's nursery. So we had to find a place to put all that, and it ended up here. But yeah, I'm really happy with it, and I can't believe it's still in existence, because most people don't hold on to their stuff from high school this long.
Ta-da! I have a baby now. So somebody woke up and wanted to be a part of the video. So hopefully this goes well. She is in a bookish shirt today too. Well, as well as me. I don't think I even mentioned. It says "To Whatever End," which goes with the Throne of Glass series. But Nana made her this little shirt that has a fire heart on it, which is also from the series. Now, the shirt itself isn't anything to do with the series really, but it is a fiery heart. And in Throne of Glass, the main character is called Fireheart. So we had to get little Sage a Fireheart shirt. It was only appropriate. So let's show our second favorite shelf. This one has a lot of the classics on it, which we love. We love old books. So collecting old books is kind of like a thing for us, or for me, and then Nathan has done that for me a lot over the years. But we have the Lord of the Rings. I mean, this is definitely going to be one of our favorite shelves. Today I'm also wearing the Evenstar. I had to dress again for the part. So we have the Lord of the Rings. We have a bunch of little trinkets like the, well, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rings right here, as well as the elven brooch, and a
5 rings for the
Elven Kings. No, it's not 5 though.
No, I thought one of them had 5.
It's 3 rings for the Elven Kings under the stars, 7 for the Dwarf Lords in their halls of stone, 9 for the mortal men doomed to die.
Okay,
and
so
1 for the Dark Lord on his dark throne.
So 5 rings for the hobbits from the Hobbit hole.
Sure. Are there 5 of us? There's only 3 of us, as far as I know.
We have 2 pets.
We have 2 pets. There, well, besides the fish.
Besides the fish.
But yes, there's 5 of us living in here running around.
Yes.
Alrighty, so what else? Let's see. This is a cool book, Piratology. I really liked this. It has a lot of really neat pirate-related information as well as little, like, I don't know, it's just fun stuff in there. Okay, what else here? Oh, see this Twiggy thing up here? That is from our wedding as well. It's the only one I kept. But on the middle of the tables for the reception, I created these little trees, which were, Nathan found a bunch of branches and we painted them black, and I stuck moss and flowers all over them, and we stood them up in the middle of the tables, and it was part of our whole Enchanted Forest thing.
Yeah, because we also hung little trinkets off of it, like skeleton keys and gears and stuff like that.
Yeah, just because we like that kind of stuff. And it fit with the Enchanted feel. So that's pretty cool up there.
And to go with Lord of the Rings, there's also Arwen's sword.
Oh, right.
Yes, I got Hailey that many years ago. Yes, Hadafang. And that's one of many swords that we have in this room.
Yes, you may have seen some as we've been walking around. I'm not sure yet. Which we could show you right now, I suppose. So back here, you have a couple, which the one above the closet there is actually a real sword, and we believe it's from India?
Yeah, it says India on the sword.
Yeah, so it's beautiful. That one is really cool looking, but it's plastic.
Yes.
But a nice decoration.
That's one of our Ren Fair swords, so that we don't have to piece tie it.
Yeah, if it's fake, it's good.
Yeah.
More plastic ones, but they look better. Those are Legolas's...
daggers,
knives.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you want to call them. So I used those for my Toriel cosplay, even though they're not the same elf.
It was really hard to find Toriel daggers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What are you doing, Luna? Yeah. All right. So these are really awesome. Nathan actually made both of them out of wood, and I decorated them with hot glue to get the design and paint, and we made them look really awesome. But they're both are bookish swords. So we have the Sword of Gryffindor, obviously, and then Goldbrin, which is from the Throne of Glass series again. You can see I really like Throne of Glass.
Yeah, so Hailey got super detailed with the hot glue here, like ridiculously detailed, and it looks so awesome.
Look, I put flames in Aylin's sword because, you know, she is Fireheart.
Yeah, so that, and then I also used foil tape, which is like HVAC tape, for this blade to give it the kind of like shimmery shine. Then we just used like a silver spray paint for this blade because I could not get the foil tape to go around these pointed little flourishes, which I kind of designed that sword off of the plastic sword.
Yes, I loved that design so much, and it feels strong in your hand because it just has a really nice shape to it and grip to it. So I thought that would be a good one to design it off of.
And it's actually weighted really nice because you can spin it around.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, which you can see her spinning that around in our behind the scenes of the Ballad of Terracin music video.
Yes.
So if you have yet to check that out and you're a bookish person, you need to go over and check that out. I will link that up here in the corner. But yes, go watch the behind the scenes of the Ballad of Terracin. You will thoroughly enjoy it.
I hope. I'm sure you will.
We're not being like too haughty and say, oh, we're just amazing or anything like that. No. It's just, we really put our all into it, our heart and soul into it. So it turned out really well.
Yeah, people seem to like it. So, all right. Some of these shelves don't really matter too much. We have some just random things like a poem Nathan wrote for me, and some really cool Victorian spats, which I've always wanted. They don't actually fit me, so I can't use them, sadly. But I wanted them anyway. So then we also have a plushie of Rowan from Throne of Glass. Why not? That came in a book box as well, so you'll see a lot of things like that. And then a bunch of candles. And there's Aylin and Rowan, of course.
Yeah. And this tapestry over here also came from a book box, and it is from the same book series as that is Aylin, that is Rowan, who I played in the Ballad of Terracin, and then there's the other characters from the book series on there.
Yeah, so you can see, you might be able to tell, I've organized my books by color because it's fun. So we have a blue shelf and a green shelf and a red and black shelf and whatever color that is over there, kind of gold turning into pink. But yeah, there's just a bunch of different book series that we like. You'll see some you know, some more Disney things because we love those.
Speaking of Disney things,
what?
We've been dancing around the biggest thing in the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this, which we did describe in the pregnancy reveal video where I told Nathan that we were pregnant, we explained what this was, but for those who didn't see that, this is, obviously, you can tell it's like themed for Beauty and the Beast. So Nathan got me this for our proposal. So that had to go in the library, obviously, because like that only fits Beauty and the Beast and the library and everything. And this was my great-grandmother's mirror. So that seemed like a really good addition since Belle has an enchanted mirror, or Beast has an enchanted mirror, I suppose.
Yeah, and then we got this awesome antique table here that just fits perfectly for the centerpiece of the library and to hold these. And I think, if I remember correctly, let me set the camera down here. I believe if I move this dome, the little clue that was left for me to find out that Hailey was pregnant with Sage is still there. So that's fun. Yeah. I kind of just wanted to leave that there just as a remembrance to just the journey we've been on and the journey that brought us our cutest little bundle, this little girl behind us.
The little fire heart.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll probably be there forever. That's my plan anyway.
Forever. Sounds
I'm not a hoarder. I just have, you know, sentimental memories and attachments to certain things.
Yeah. That's why we have this room, because it's filled with sentimental things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Is there anything else to really talk about? Oh, that unicorn picture, that was with me since I was a baby, and my parents think it's hilarious that I have it up there still, but I love it. I've always loved it. It's one of those like painted velvet pictures, so really dated, but I love it.
Yeah.
And we also have things that resemble other Beauty and the Beast characters. So you have Lumiere and Mrs. Potts and Chip. And Chip actually has a chip on the side of his cup. So he is accurately Chip.
Yes. And then you see these candles up here on either side of Lumiere. Yeah. That's the one we call Lumiere, because Lumiere didn't have 5 candlestick holders, he just had 3. But these little candlesticks here are carved, and we got those at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg on our first anniversary.
Yeah, so, that was our gift to ourselves.
Yeah, so I really think we touched on everything in this room that's worth touching on, but this is just our room, and it's kind of, like Hailey said, a conglomeration of all things that are us.
Yes.
So if you want to know who we are without actually getting to know us, you can kind of walk into this room and figure out who we are, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed our little library tour, as well as the unbagging of my Fablebands headband, which is completely in the same place as I put it in the beginning. So it's a great headband. Please look at the Fablebands website. It's fantastic, especially if you like books.
And it looks good on you, babe.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. And there's a whole bunch of ways to wear them too, so check it out. My code that I mentioned, Realms10, will be good through September of 2020 if you're watching this on a different year. But yeah, so July through September 2020, Realms10 will get you 10% off, and I might rep after that if they ask me to, but until then, we'll just say until September.
Yeah. If she's going to rep past September, we'll put that up on our social media, so make sure you're following us on all of our social media accounts. There'll be links to those in the description down below, like always. And I'm actually going to link Hailey's personal cosplay account, which is Parchment Realms. Yeah. You should go follow her if you like book things and cosplay, because she does a fantastic job with all the cosplays she puts together.
That's also where I will be posting anything about Fablebands.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not biased, even though I'm her husband.
Yeah.
But I am slightly biased.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so really that is it for our library. We hope that you enjoyed kind of getting to go around the library with us and seeing who we are through our trinkets and books and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
And with that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to our channel already. Like this video if you liked it. And until next time.
So long.
Farewell.
Namarie. Which they are a company that makes hairbands and, well, not hairbands. And it's by Cassandra Clare. Cassandra Clare? I think it's Cassandra Clare. From that series, which is the... So I got one of those. We might as well point that out while
Yes.
so get into the shot.
So.
Are you reaching for the camera?